The Elite i20 has been shining in the premium hatch segment. It has ruled the segment with very little competition around it. But it's not smooth sailing for long. A clean blue sky also faces cloud cover. And there is now some cloud in the Elite's way. Honda calls it the all-new Jazz.
Well, choosing a car isn't simple, especially considering the number of options in the market. It can be a very confusing and a taxing decision. One such segment that is buzzing with confusion is the premium hatchback segment, especially after the launch of the all-new Jazz.
Now, the Elite has been enjoying all its power in this segment since its launch. And why not? It's a very popular hatchback, it's feature-rich and of course feels very elite. In fact, the Elite has single-handedly taken the premium hatchback segment to an all-new level.
But now the all-new Jazz is here, it's feature-rich, it looks good, and of course it's priced well too in its second innings. So there's bound to be confusion, and whenever there's confusion, we're there to help you find the right car for yourself. And today we're doing just that in this premium hatchback battle.
The Elite i20 is now Hyundai's best-selling product in the country. The Jazz, on the other hand, is entering its second innings with a lot of expectations attached. It's easy to say that the Jazz is one of the good-looking cars in the segment. Honda designs are never over the top, and this one is no different. In fact, the new Jazz with its black grille, dash of chrome, well-sculpted bumper, nice and big windows is quite a head-turner too. The rear of the Jazz with the flowing reflectors is equally stunning.
Now, when it comes to the exterior design, the Elite i20 is simply difficult to match. The sleekness of the curves, the sloping roofline, the black and C-pillar, and of course, the futuristic design philosophy. All these things blend together to make the car look simply wow. And then Hyundai put in a lot of features: auto headlamps, auto wipers, and these awesomely sporty 16-inch diamond-cut alloy wheels. Now, all these features are simply missing in the new Honda Jazz.
Now, Bunny's been going on and on about the features of the Elite i20, but I want to take a break here and I want to tell you that this is what the Jazz has been famous for. This seat, this is the co-driver seat, has been pushed back completely. This is the maximum it will come back, and look at the amount of space here. Look at the amount of headroom that I get. This is the beauty of the Jazz. Jazz has always been one of the most spacious cars in the segment, and it continues to be so. This is the V variant. It does not come with magic seats, so there's not the 60-40 split. Despite that, there's so much room in the car. And the second thing that the Honda Jazz is famous for is the incredible amount of boot space that it offers, and I'm going to show you just that. I have a surprise for you there. You have to come with me here. The oh so spacious boot of the Honda Jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, we can fit a fully grown man here.
And as Bunny learns some lessons in the boot, let's show you the cabin of the new Jazz. It has a good amount of features on the offering and is impressive in its own way. The touchscreen infotainment unit is straight from the city and is very easy to use. It comes with navigation, and you can play music through MP3, aux-in, USB, Bluetooth, iPhone and iPod. Steering gets control for telephone and music, but yes, the overall material used is not at par with the Elite. The Elite's cabin feels much more refined and classy. In fact, it's very difficult to find faults with Elite's cabin. It comes with Hyundai's standard infotainment unit with 1 GB memory, two 12-watt chargers up front, push-button start-stop, electric day-night view mirror, cabin illumination, keyless entry, cool glove box, and rear aircon vents, to name a few things that are missing on the Jazz.
Now, the Jazz offers more power than the Elite i20. The 1.5 ID Tech motor on the Jazz offers 100 PS of power, and if you drive these cars back to back, then you will realize that it is much more enthusiastic, it is much more peppier, and it is a much more rev-happy engine compared to the Elite.
Now, the i20 diesel comes with the same 1.4-litre diesel engine that also powers the Hyundai Verna and the new Hyundai Creta. At 90 PS of power, it might not be as powerful as the Honda Jazz. What makes the difference are the NVH levels. The noise, vibration and harshness levels are far less as compared to the Honda Jazz, and this can make a world of difference on a daily basis.
The Jazz offers a fuel economy of 27.3 kilometers to a liter, which is higher than that of the Elite. Plus, this engine is just very simple to drive. It's very easy to drive. It picks up beautifully in the city. There's no need for a constant downshift if you're in stop and go traffic, and if you're going fast on the highway, there's never a lack of torque. The engine very rarely tends to get out of breath.
Now, although this engine is ample power and torque, under 1800 RPM, there is a bit of turbo lag. However, once on the boil, this engine can be enjoyable.
Now, the suspension setup on the Jazz, if compared to the Elite, yes, is a bit on the stiff side, but does it make the ride quality any different? Does it make it uncomfortable? Well, no, it doesn't. It soaks in potholes and undulations of the road beautifully, and only the sharp, harsh bumps, if taken over a good speed, if taken over more than average speed in the city, is what is going to make the passengers a little uncomfortable, because see, it makes it a little harsh. But otherwise, overall, if you're traveling full house with your family, the overall ride quality in the Jazz is quite good.
Now, the early i20 was not really known to be a driver's car. However, with the new Elite version, Hyundai had worked a lot on the suspension and the overall dynamics of the car. And I would say the new Elite is neck to neck with the Honda Jazz when it comes to enjoying a set of twisties. And further on, for traffic use at slow moving traffic conditions, I would say the light steering of the Elite is better than the Honda Jazz.
Another thing that's quite progressive about the Indian car market, and I like the way how manufacturers are reacting to it, in this case Honda is reacting to it, ABS with EBD is standard across all diesel variants of the Jazz. It's available with the CVT also in case you're looking at that version of the Jazz, and it's available in the petrol except for the base.
Now for the last check, the Elite i20 has decent boot space. The capacity is at 285 litres. It can fit your family's luggage with ease. But the Jazz can do it better. The Jazz's boot space is at 354 litres, and then there are those magic seats that everyone can't stop talking about. There are many ways in which you can adjust your big, small, mid-size luggage in the Honda Jazz.
Well, in the end, it's actually quite a close call. Both these cars are very closely matched. Both offer something that the other doesn't. And if you compare the base diesel prices, then the 1.4 version of the Elite is actually cheaper than that of the Jazz.
So if you want a car that can pamper you very well with all those features, the Elite can be your option. It's much quieter on the inside and also feels a tad more premium. However, all this comes at the cost of space as compared to the Jazz, and of course, this diesel engine requires a bit more attention from the driver in traffic conditions.
But yes, the Jazz is more fuel efficient. Yes, the Jazz offers more space, and yes, the Jazz top-end version offers navigation and a couple of other features that are missing on the Elite. But will the Jazz manage to eat a chunk out of the Elite share? Well, as of now, it will manage its fair share but not manage to dethrone the king.
The top-end versions of both the cars are slightly different. The Jazz has a sticker price of over half a lakh rupees extra as compared to the Elite, but doesn't offer you that much. I think as a summary, the Elite will easily manage to hold its crown in the segment.
Do subscribe to the Car Dekho channel for other automotive updates and information on latest launches.